Welcome back to Inside Hampton Roads, everyone. This is our weekly public affairs program. I'm Mark Rollison. It's always glad you're able to join us early this morning. I tell you, this building here of Max Media radio stations is just goosebumps. Sometimes the energy, the excitement, and the opportunity to meet all types of different people, the musical artists, the VIPs, and the people who are impassioned with something that has affected their life, and they want to touch you and I. Of the many people who stopped by this past week, Sharon Mayo Taylor. And Sharon will tell you the story of her mom in this interview. Of course, you heard the little excerpt there of Who You With? The late, great Bernie Mac. Well, Sharon's mom sadly passed away from sarcoidosis. And you'll hear Sharon is going to ensure that we all know about sarcoidosis and how we can work towards the cure for this disease. July 14th, make sure to check it out on Facebook. I believe that'll be the easiest thing on Facebook today. Dolores D. Mayo, Walk for Sarcoidosis. Dolores D. Mayo, Walk for Sarcoidosis, July 14th, Mount Trashmore, Virginia Beach, with the registration and so forth, starting in the morning. And there will be some refreshments, music, and you get to see Bernie Mac's daughter, but she'll be here with us to tell us about her dad. As we continue with Inside Hampton Roads.
I got involved with it because after she died, I was really doing a lot of research on it because I didn't understand it because I never really knew much about it. And when I went online and researched, I found out there was so many other people out there with sarcoidosis. And the main thing that I heard from them, they don't have a voice because it's not a known disease. And they were frustrated because some doctors don't know it or they diagnose them wrong. And I met this one lady, her daughter had been sick for years, couldn't find out what was wrong with her. When they finally diagnosed right, she died 10 days later after she's in the hospital.
Let me ask you, although it's not a medical, you're not a doctor or anything, what did you glean from the doctors? Why is it hard to diagnose? Is it misleading? Does it mask itself?
Well, listening to other people, it's because a lot of doctors don't really know of sarcoidosis. They may touch on it in medical school, but they don't really emphasize it. And they have specialties out there. People do specialize in sarcoidosis, but if you go to the doctor and say, I think I may have sarcoidosis because I've heard that it's hereditary. I'm not really sure. It hasn't been proven. But if they do go to the doctor with that, some doctors are like, okay, I've done that myself. My mom was worried. She saw symptoms in me that she had, so she was worried that I may have had it. So when I went to the doctor a couple of times, nobody ever did testing. They just, okay,
You have to specifically ask for a certain type of test?
Sometimes you do. If you think there's something that you may have, or if you read about it, or if you know it's hereditary, you could go and get screened on. I've heard a doctor say you can actually say, can you test me for sarcoidosis?
July 14th, you and others, Dolores D. Mayo, Walk for Sarcoidosis. That's your late mom?
Yes,
your mom. And, of course, we hear the popular great comedian, you see him in movies and all the time, and he was one guy, Bernie Mac. There could be thousands of others who aren't famous, and they're dealing with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a website called Inspire.com that people go on and have sarcoidosis, and they talk about the disease, they talk about the medicines. Everybody's trying to get ideas or, find better doctors or just treatment because it's a rare disease, but it's not rare to the people that have it. Because it's a big community, but it's rare to the society, our communities, because they don't know about it. People say, what is sarcoidosis? As soon as I mention it, it's like, I ain't never heard of that. What is that? And I have to go into explanation, but when I say Bernie Mac, it's what he had. Oh, they know he died from it, but they still don't know what sarcoidosis is. So that's one of the reasons why I'm having a walk, to bring awareness and try to educate people.
July 14th, Mount Trashmore in Virginia Beach. Get to meet Janice McCullough, Bernie Mac's daughter. A lot of folks who are going to inspire you. The refreshments and the DJ and everything. Have a good time. Sharon, by the way, is an aspiring filmmaker, I believe I can say. She did a great documentary on this, so check that out online also. Sharon Mayo Taylor. I'm Mark Rollison. God bless. Have a wonderful week. We'll talk with you next Sunday morning, this time with Inside Hampton Roads.